halacha in Hilchos Shabbos is that in order to be considered liable for carrying from one domain into another domain, one has to do two things. One has to do the akira. Akira means you have to uproot it, and then you have to do the hanacha, and you have to place it. Uproot it from one domain, domain A, and place it into domain B. The chiyuv is to take from Rishus Hayachid to Rishus Harabim, which means from a private domain to a public domain, or the opposite, from a public domain to the private domain. Now we can say that Rishus Harabim is referring to the exile. The exile is Rishus Harabim, because in the time of the exile there is the dominion of the various different kingdoms, the different empires, and so on and so forth. Geula is Rishus Hayachid. It's the private domain. It's clear that Hashem is the one who's in charge, and Hashem is the one who's running the world. When we have to transition from Golus, from exile, to Geula, it means that we have to move from a Rishus Hayachid from a Rishus Harabim to Rishus Hayachid, which involves two elements to it: the akira, the uprooting, and the hanacha, and the placing. Now, we were given the opportunity already 30 years ago and told that it's time to move. The time of the redemption has arrived. It's time for us to move out of Golus and move into Geula. The Rebbe then, in those talks in 1991, was experiencing and sensed the difficulty in the akira, in the uprooting ourselves from Golus, letting go of Golus. That's why he gave us all these talks explaining how you're not really letting go of your old comfort world. It's just about discovering Hashem, the Aleph, the Aleph in the Goyla, that's Geula. It's to help us transition. That was the part that we were supposed to do. From the very fact that we're still in Golus, seems like we haven't done it that well. This past year, it seems like we got assistance in the akira, in the uprooting from Golus. Everything that we were comfortable with, everything that gave us a sense of security. We felt kind of family life, education, financially, our businesses, safety, security, just simply in our place that we're living. All that was kind of thrown in the air. All that has been uprooted. I think it's the idea that Pashat Balabayas es Yadai Lachutz, the Balabayas, which is the Eibishter, through his agent Mashiach, stretched his hand out Bachutz into the Rishus Harabim, and he did the Akira for us. He shook things up. Now, at this point, we have the schus to do the hanacha, so that we can be partners in this activity. The hanacha means the placement in Geula. We don't have to do the Akira anymore. Now, it's not so hard to say, we're going to transition, we're going to let go. People are not going to say, well, I'm so comfortable, everything is so good, because it hasn't been so good. It's been very shaky for us. What we are really ready for is to make the permanent hanacha, which means the placement in Eretz Yisroel, in Yerushalayim, in Mashiach's reality.